Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Imagine, if you will, waking up one ordinary morning, perhaps reaching for your coffee cup, only for it to slowly, impossibly, drift upwards, then begin an agonizingly slow journey towards the ceiling. You blink, rub your eyes, convinced it's a dream. But then, your feet, usually so firmly planted on the floor, feel lighter, then lift entirely. The sensation isn't one of falling, but of effortlessly rising. Panic sets in as you see your beloved cat, Mittens, not walking, but bouncing off the walls like a fuzzy, confused pinball. Outside your window, a car, once a symbol of grounded reality, is now a metal leviathan, majestically ascending into the blue, followed by trees, then entire chunks of pavement. The sky, once a comforting expanse, begins to look different, brighter perhaps as if a veil has been lifted. The air itself feels thin, escaping. In this bewildering, terrifying new reality, the invisible force that has held everything together since the dawn of time, the very anchor of our existence, gravity, has simply vanished. Poof, gone. No warning, no explanation, just an abrupt, profound absence. What would happen if the fundamental force of gravity, the unseen hand that shapes planets, ignites stars, and keeps our feet on the ground, suddenly, inexplicably, ceased to exist? This isn't just a thought experiment for a sci-fi movie. It's a dive into the very fabric of our universe, and the consequences are far more catastrophic and mind-bending than you could ever imagine. The immediate aftermath of gravity's disappearance would be nothing short of global pandemonium, quickly escalating into an apocalyptic scenario. The first thing you'd notice, beyond your own sudden weightlessness, is the atmosphere. Our atmosphere is held to Earth by gravity. Without it, the very air we breathe would begin to escape into space at an incredible velocity. Within minutes, perhaps even seconds, the atmospheric pressure would plummet, leading to a phenomenon known as explosive decompression. Our lungs would rupture, blood would boil, and any exposed skin would freeze due to the lack of insulating air. It wouldn't be a slow, gradual fading. It would be a sudden, violent stripping away, rendering the surface of the Earth utterly uninhabitable almost instantly. Imagine trying to breathe in an environment where the air molecules are actively rushing away from you, a vacuum forming around your very being. It would be a horrifying and swift end for all terrestrial life. But it wouldn't stop there. Think about the oceans. They are vast bodies of water, contained within their basins by gravity. Without it, these immense liquid masses would no longer be held to the Earth's surface. They wouldn't just float. They would form colossal, free-floating spheres of water, still bound by their own surface tension initially, but then rapidly losing cohesion as they encounter the vacuum of space, vaporizing and freezing simultaneously in an alien spectacle. Tidal waves of unimaginable scale would erupt, not crashing onto land, but rising from it, propelling everything in their path upwards before they themselves dispersed into the void. Ships, marine life, and anything caught in their path would be hurled into the atmosphere-less exosphere, soon to be space. The iconic blue marble of Earth would transform into a desolate, arid wasteland within a very short time frame. On land, the chaos would be equally devastating. Every loose object, from dust motes to entire buildings, would lose its anchor. People, animals, cars, and debris would all begin to float upwards, initially gently, then with increasing momentum as the Earth's rotation would provide a tangential force. Since gravity provides the normal force that creates friction, without it, every object not physically tethered would begin to drift. Roads would peel away, mountains would crumble into their constituent rocks, and eventually, the very tectonic plates, no longer pressed together by the immense weight of the planet, might begin to separate and drift apart, though this is a slower, more complex process than the initial atmospheric escape. Buildings, relying on their immense weight to provide stability, would disintegrate. Their components, from girders to concrete slabs, would simply float away, forming a ring of debris around the Earth before dispersing into space. The Earth itself, a planet once teeming with life and activity, would be reduced to a barren, rapidly crumbling sphere. Now, let's consider Earth's fate in the cosmos. Our planet orbits the sun, not because it's tethered by an invisible rope, but because the sun's immense gravity constantly pulls it inward, balancing the Earth's tangential velocity. This delicate dance creates our stable orbit. If gravity vanished, the Earth would no longer be bound to the sun. It would immediately cease orbiting and, following Newton's first law of motion, continue moving in a straight line, at the speed it was traveling at the exact moment gravity disappeared. This means Earth would hurtle off into the vast emptiness of interstellar space. Our cozy blue planet, once a part of a vibrant solar system, would become a rogue planet, a lonely, frozen wanderer destined to drift forever through the dark, cold abyss, far from the life-giving warmth of any star. The delicate balance that maintains our seasons, our climate, and indeed our very existence would be shattered, plunging Earth into an eternal, lightless winter, completely incapable of sustaining any remaining traces of life. Destruction wouldn't be confined to just Earth and its immediate vicinity. The entire solar system would unravel. The sun, an unimaginably massive star, holds all the planets in its gravitational embrace. Without gravity, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, along with all the countless asteroids and comets, would abandon their orbits and fly off in tangential directions. The magnificent order of our solar system, perfected over billions of years, would dissolve into a chaotic scattering of cosmic bodies, each hurtling into the unknown. The sun itself, though immense, wouldn't be immune. It's a colossal ball of plasma held together by its own gravity. While fusion processes generate outward pressure, it's gravity that keeps the star from expanding indefinitely. Without gravity, the sun would rapidly expand, its immense plasma-fueled body dissipating into space, cooling and darkening over time, eventually becoming a diffuse cloud of gas and dust. Our solar system would effectively cease to exist as a cohesive entity, replaced by a vast, empty expanse dotted with the occasional rogue planet or gas cloud. The implications extend far beyond our solar system, touching the very fabric of the cosmos. Galaxies, including our own Milky Way, are held together by the collective gravitational pull of billions of stars, dark matter, and gas. If gravity ceased,